everybody. This is Eating at April's again. And April needs to draw the blind. The kitchen is a complete mess, and it's because I've just finished baking something and I've not done the dishes yet. I baked this gorgeous concoction. This is it's called apple slices with oat topping, and it's taken from this cookbook that I've had for about 12 years, and I've used the heck out of it. It's on page 68. If you are interested in Irish or British food or cooking and you don't have a copy of this cookbook, you really should get it. This is a very simple recipe. It's a cross between a fritter and a crumble and a cake. I think it's more like bread pudding, but it has so many apples in it. It calls for 1.5 pounds of apples with 2 cups of flour and only 1 egg, and then a half cup of butter with a little over 1/2 cup of milk. So there's not a lot of wet ingredients in this. So the bulk of this, everything else is just something that it's a paste that you make to hold the apples together for the bake. And you're supposed to peel the apples, but I didn't bother to do that because I like the peel. So you line your springform pan with parchment paper, which is right here. And the parchment paper that I used is already non-stick, so I didn't have to butter anything. I used this size pan, although you could have used the size smaller and made the cake just a little bit taller. I'm going to whip up some heavy cream and throw just a dash of sugar and a little bit of whiskey in it to drizzle over top of this, but you can also just use any regular whipped cream that you want. In the United States, we don't make a lot of desserts like this or have a lot of recipes like this, but British cooking and baking really is one of the best kept secrets in food. For us in the United States, at least, people who are from over there are used to the home cooking, the restaurant food on a regular basis. People who go over there to visit as tourists, unless you go to the very expensive places or you go to somebody's house that's a good cook, you come under the misconception that the food is very bad there, that British food is just horrible, but it's actually sensational. And the reason that I started doing British cooking is I wanted to learn more about my heritage and family ancestry. I was playing Great Highland Bagpipes at the time, and this cookbook was cheap at a Highland gathering that was at the Irish Cultural Center in Phoenix. And I have cooked so many things out of this for so many people, and I've never had a bad recipe. These are modern and more traditional recipes also, but it's just a very good way to get in touch with your roots if you can't go to where your family was originally from, to try to learn some of the foods from your ancestors. And this book is called The Best of Irish Cooking, and it's by an Alex Barker. If you like British food, if you even just like to go to the Irish pub and get your fish and chips, you would really, really like a lot of the things that they show how to do in this, and I cannot recommend it more. Just don't take my word for it. Experiment and learn. It's wonderful. And that has been Eating at April's.